Hey guys, and welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hello.
This is exciting.
Yes.
Chat number 2 this week. We got some kinks worked out, and hopefully YouTube keeps us online. I know some other folks have been having trouble with that. So real quick, if y'all could just sound off in the chat, let us know who's around. That would be absolutely lovely. We'd love to understand who's here. But real quick, how was your weekend so far?
Long.
Long?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm exhausted.
We celebrated Mother's Day yesterday with your family.
Yep. I was in charge of baking and cooking, and I went to the grocery store. I just ran around and cooked and did all the things all day. That's
right. You made a bomb strawberry cake thing.
Sorry.
I'm boring you.
No, I'm just tired. I'm sorry. It's been a long weekend, and I haven't slowed down very much. So, yeah, I made a pretty good strawberry cake.
Y'all, it was bomb. This thing was delicious.
I've made better.
And I'm not even a sweets guy either, you know?
And you had 2 pieces.
I had 2 pieces of this cake. Something. It was dope.
I only had 1. And then it was gone. Like, it's all gone. So, it was a pretty big bunk cake, too.
It was. So, real quick, plugging the show here. If you want to know where to find us, we're at Pizza and Parsecs on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can search for our podcast on all the podcasting platforms. If you want to know where you can find us, actually, we have a fun little button now. Hey!
Whoa!
This is what I've been doing this week. I wanted to try to make something nice. I don't like being bad at things.
I know. Is that on the preview side or is that on the program side?
Now it's on the live side. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's why you keep me around, is because I can make sure it's above my head.
Yes.
Aww.
I'm also gonna put that
over there. Do it again. Do
No.
another one. Do another.
No.
Nope. Time for another one. Yep.
Nope.
Do it. Do
Nope.
it. Do it. Please.
Nope. Nope.
Please.
Wait.
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Do it.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Calm yourself.
I'm excited.
There
Bing!
you go.
Don't give me fun things to play around with on live. I will do it. Boop. Boop.
So, I really need to stop giving you something to like be distracted by.
You moved me over here so I would stop getting distracted by the chat, and yet there's still a chat right there for me to look at. And now you have things popping up all over the place that I get to play with. So
real quick, let's give a shout out to some of the folks in the chat we got here. We got Scare Scuttlebutt. What's up, guys? Cam Ray, appreciate you joining us,
Hi.
sir. Ryan.
Hi.
All the way from UK, Ryan's joining us. So thank you for jumping in here today. I know it's only like, it's 5 hours difference, I think. So I guess it's 8 p.m. there.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
5?
Yeah.
6?
Something like that.
I don't remember.
But thank you for joining us anyway. We got the gals. Lauren is here.
Hi.
Representing.
I have something I have to show you. It's important.
From a certain point of view is repping as well. What's
Hi.
up, guys? Thank y'all so much for joining us for our second live stream. We had a blast doing the first one, and we were really eager to get up and running on a second.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for joining us today.
It's fun.
So what did you want to show everybody?
The Child King.
Sick pens.
It's Mando and Baby Yoda. That's it. I'm excited. That's it. It's 8 o'clock. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Got a delay on the chat.
I had to share. Dave gave me this awesome pin, and it's Pride Rock with Mando holding up Baby Yoda, and I'm excited. That's it.
Because you're obsessed with Baby Yoda.
Everything Baby Yoda. Yes.
Testify.
I love Baby Yoda.
So I think that's a good transition into some Mandalorian stuff, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so we watched the second episode of the Mandalorian documentary.
Yes, we did.
What did you think of it?
When did we watch it? It's 2 days ago.
Yeah.
My brain is all over the place. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That was the one where they talked about...
That's the one where Dave Filoni had, like, the speech to end all speeches, and he just dropped, like, serious knowledge. Like, all of these successful directors and creators just stood there in awe as Dave Filoni just dropped knowledge and was like, all right, let me tell y'all real quick about the Phantom Menace, Duel of the Fates, Anakin.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember. Again, I'm sorry. I was like wide awake 2 hours ago, and then exhaustion hit. That's it.
Yes, Dave gave his TED talk.
Yeah. It was good. I liked it. I have different feels when it comes to documentaries. I like to see certain things, and for me, this episode was not as exciting as the first episode because the first episode had all the directors in it, and I really loved that. I loved hearing from all of the directors' standpoints.
Yeah, this was a little different in that Dave Filoni just stole the show. Yeah. Basically. And I'm okay with that, personally.
Yeah, of course.
I could hear that man talk for days. He's just articulate and passionate, and, like, the dude loves Star Wars. I mean, let's be real.
I'm reading some of the chats.
Do you want me to put it up over here so you can read it a little bit better?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Some things in there are awesome. Like, well, now I need that pen. That's from a certain point of view.
Yeah,
Lauren said I need that. There's only 100.
I'm sure they'll make more. I hope, at least. Sick pens. Check it out.
Yeah.
Looks like we got Farm Boy in here now too.
I saw it. He said to bust the like button.
What's up, Anthony? Thank you for joining us. It was... I really liked it because, the episode, they didn't really just talk straight up about, okay, this is the Mandalorian. It was more like it felt like a passion fest almost. Yeah. Like, y'all, let me just geek out about Star Wars for a minute here. Yeah. It was kind of different in that way. Yeah. Which I really appreciated and liked. I would have loved to see, like, technology and some of the other anecdotes that they had, but I mean, let's talk about Star Wars. Yeah. I mean, it was May the 4th, or it's the week of May the 4th. Yeah. So, I mean, it's only appropriate, I guess.
Yeah. I'm excited for the episode where they do break down the technology and all of the components that went behind it, because they keep teasing us in a lot of the, like, cuts to the making of the Mandalorian series. Yeah. And, like, how, like, the ship is actually moving and what the screens look like, and I'm like, all right, stop teasing me and just show me how it's done, because that's too cool. I also really hope there's a Baby Yoda episode where they just talk about Baby Yoda and all of that good stuff, because I just want more Baby Yoda.
Yeah. You just want, like, if this entire series was about Baby Yoda, I feel like you would be fine with that.
Absolutely.
Just
if the whole second season is just about Baby Yoda, I will be fine with it.
Like, you want that animal... So, if y'all are familiar... You know the Animal Planet show, Too Cute?
You mean Animal Crossing?
No, not Animal Crossing. But basically, they just show all of these baby animals. Like, they'll go into a home, and there'll be, like, a litter of kittens. And they'll just follow a litter of kittens for an entire hour. I feel like you want that, but for Baby Yoda.
Yeah. I may or may not have watched that, too.
See, you knew exactly what I was talking about.
I know, I just wanted to plug Animal Crossing. That's all. Yeah, I just like the cuteness of the cute sidekicks, like Pascal and Baby Yoda, The little lizard dude in Frozen 2.
Yeah.
The cute ones. I like the cute ones. Like when Pegasus was a little Pegasus with little Hercules. He was so cute. I'll stop talking now. You have notes.
No, you're good. Real quick in the chat, Ryan says, I love how it shows how much Star Wars has affected so many lives out there. And yes, absolutely. Like I said, it was a passion fest, and just love seeing these creators geek out about Star Wars. That was so cool. And what are you laughing at?
The Lord's comment.
There's our first Animal Crossing reference.
It will be the first of many.
I really liked what, from a certain point of view, said. Adam, is that you? Let me know. So he says, I loved how much a part of this episode George was without even being there. I butchered the delivery of that sentence, but I think we got it. Shows how much he is still around, even in spirit. And yeah, I mean, this is George's baby, basically. And these he is generous enough to allow these creators to play with his toys. I mean, he gave it to Disney first, and Disney, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, these creators got George's blessing from, to be able to play with George's toys, and I think that's beautiful.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh God, Adam says. Literally, we were sitting around a fire pit yesterday and talking about how many turnips we bought.
I haven't bought any turnips today. I haven't played yet today. I was kind of in a hurry this morning because I needed a shower, and my brother is off to Orlando for his job interview, and I needed to make sure that I was here in time because I have a habit of sleeping a lot. But that's about how much I'm willing to spend on turnips. If not more. I'll probably buy that many.
Some turnips.
I'll probably buy that many turnips now that I know, I have a group where now I'm inserted because my brother inserted me into that group chat where now we're gonna make sure I get the most bang for my turnips.
It's good to have bang for your turnips, you know?
I just need, yes. But yeah, I need to go buy turnips this evening before the guy leaves. Is there another one? Bing!
You were a little early on that one, love.
Delayed magic. Just a delay magic.
It just took a while to get there from the airwaves.
Yeah.
I need to figure out a better system for this. But
so it's not so distracting for your fiance?
Yeah.
I can't help it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's not my thing. Making the things pop up.
Just bust a like. Pew, pew. But yeah, so we also got some other Mandalorian news, which everybody and their mother's talking about right now with Tamara Morrison butchering that name, but he's joining the cast for Mandalorian Season 2, so everybody's jumping to Boba Fett.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you want Boba Fett to come back?
I am on the team of Boba Fett's not dead. So yes. Pew. I would love for Boba Fett to come back. I think that would be epic. I think everybody's anticipating, those who believe that Boba Fett's alive. I think everyone is anticipating the fact that Boba Fett will make it into the Mandalorian series.
Yeah, I mean, the Spurs, like when you hear the Spurs and the Gunslinger, like the ominous ending after Fennec Shand gets murked by the other bounty hunter dude in the middle of the desert, it sounds a lot like something you'd hear from Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
I would be okay if it wasn't Boba Fett, though. So it's one of those things where I personally think it's gonna be a clone. I would almost rather it be a clone.
Nah, Boba Fett. Boba Fett.
I'd rather it be a clone of some type.
Are we having our first fight? Live?
Are we having our first fight? Do you want it? You're embarrassing me.
Boba Fett.
It's not Boba Fett.
Bears beats Boba Fett.
Battlestar Galactica.
No, I mean, everyone has their opinion on whether or not Boba Fett's dead or alive. And I think we're at a point where anything can happen. Because let's be real. Sidious was still alive.
Sidious is a Sith in Sith magics.
Boba
Fett is...
rocks. Sidious does not rock. We've seen crazier things happen.
We have.
Boba Fett.
I mean, so here's the deal. For me, like, if Boba Fett does come back, I'm sure it will be handled in a tasteful... I would hope that it'd be handled in a tasteful way.
Yeah.
Similar to, like, when George wanted Dave to bring back Darth Maul.
Yeah.
And
there's another example.
I feel like Filoni really handled that in a tasteful and respectful way. It was a little jarring, sure, but I mean it's just because it's a character that we thought was dead. I'm not closed off to it, but I mean we don't really know anything. But if I'm speculating,
I mean, we thought Maul was dead, he wasn't. We thought Sidious was dead, he wasn't. Boba Fett just could be missing an arm.
You love a good disarm.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel like your favorite part of the last arc was when the clone lost his arm.
That was the best part of the entire arc.
Pinnacle of it.
That was the best. I waited an entire season for that.
Cam thinks Captain Rex would be a bigger win. I would tend to agree with Cam. I would like to see Captain Rex. I feel like Fett's a kind of character that I would want to see something different from, I guess, outside of the scope of The Mandalorian.
So, I would like to see a retired Boba Fett in hiding.
Like he's on Tatooine with a Hawaiian shirt on, hanging out at the cantina. With a family. He's got like two really obnoxious children running around and he's just like sitting there drinking.
Yeah. Like.
Okay.
Margaritaville style.
Okay.
Listening to some Boba. Listening to Buffett. And, Mando comes up to him and says, "Hey, I'm here to take you out of retirement." And he takes his drink. "I'm not coming out of retirement." That's what I want to see.
I left that life long ago. I ain't going back.
Bounty hunter life is not the way for me anymore. I don't know why Boba Fett has a southern accent now. Then they go out into the street. Ching, ching. I told you, I'm not bounty hunter no more. That's what I want to see. I just got a really fast wave of hyperactivity. Wonderful.
Y'all are in for a treat now. Let's read some of these comments here.
Okay.
Rez confirmed it. So it is Boba Fett, apparently. Thanks, Rez, for confirming. We're running behind on comments. Sorry about that, y'all.
I win! I love Boba Fett. I'm excited. He's underrated. He's overrated, but underrated. He's
RFB,
an oxymoron.
Anthony, Rural Farm Boy, would tend to agree with the overrated part of it.
It's okay. It's fine.
And Scarif Scuttlebutt says, I hope if Fett returns, he does something cool enough for Lauren to like him. Which, to be fair, he didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
He was just like a mysterious, cool-looking character, you know?
Yes. Sorry, I just saw what Ryan said, and I'm all for it. I will play Boba Fett. He will just be a lot shorter than what he used to be. Because I'm short. But yeah, he really doesn't do a whole lot, so I think having some more screen time would be fine. But not as a main focal point. Like, I would like to see him, again, like in the Wild West, where there's a shootout.
What if he plays like a Miyagi-type character to the Mandalorian?
That would be dope, too. I'd be fine with that.
Like, and then Din Djarin's over here, like, training, and then you have, like, the competition Mandalorian over there, and they're like, sweep the leg!
And you got Boba Fett just going, wax on, wax off. You get Baby Yoda underneath him going...
Baby Yoda's literally doing the magic hand thing at that point.
That's, like, my favorite part. That when he, like, sips the tea. It's like, do the magic hand thing. Oh, man. Okay. I'll focus.
So, Lauren says, we'll take a couple more of these comments about the Mandalorian news with Tamura here. Can I say it?
Thank you.
Tamura? We're from the South. I'm going to say Tamura.
Ewan McGregor.
Like, when we going? Tamura.
Tamura.
Tamura. Lawrence says, while Boba isn't my favorite character and it is overrated for me, I'm interested to see how they incorporate him. I hope it's in an organic way and not shoehorned in. And I think that's what I'm talking about.
Agreed.
Like, I hope they are tasteful about it. Like, if they do decide to go that route and if Filoni's involved with that piece of it, I'm fairly confident that, Filoni's got gentle hands, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing to say.
Yeah. She also said I had a stellar performance. I'm
Boba
an artist. I'm a performing artist. So, thank you. I'll take my bow now.
See you from a certain point of view. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.
So, real quick on the subject of Star Wars, I just want to give a quick shout out. We this week decided to kind of do something a little special. Every week we do a Thankful Thursday, where we just call out and shine a spotlight and express our gratitude for a podcast or a fan or someone out there that it is engaging in a positive way, and we just appreciate them. 'Cause I feel like that's important.
Yeah.
So this week I was like, it's the week of May the 4th, so maybe we should do like a Spirit Week type deal every day. Gonna do a rate and review type deal for each of these podcasts that I love.
Yeah.
So we decided to do that, and we actually ended up getting 8 of them.
Yeah, we did.
So, real quick, calling those out, we had Nerd Herder, a Star Wars podcast, Jedi Temple Archives, Conversations, Postcards from Galaxy's Edge, Clashing Sabers. Why am I saying that weird? Sabers.
Sabers.
Scarif Scuttlebutt. Deploy that garrison. Followers of the first. There I go again.
Seavers and Furs.
Tamura.
Specifically,
I have issues with that word.
I know, that's why I brought it up.
Followers of the Force and Podcast Stardust. So that's who our Spirit Week consisted of this week. And we tried to pick out podcasts that we haven't really highlighted before.
Yeah.
So that's where that kind of came from. And so from galaxies far, far away to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Harry Potter, shall we?
I could talk all day about Harry Potter.
So first up, I'm not sure because you haven't told me that you've been doing this or not. So I'm not really sure if you were even aware yet. But on wizardingworld.com, they have all of these cast members from Harry Potter reading Harry Potter right now.
Yes, I did know this.
So Chapter 1 of Harry Potter was read by Daniel Radcliffe, and Chapter 2 was read by Noma. I'm not even going to attempt her last name, but she was the Hermione in the Cursed Child.
Oh my goodness, yes. She was the controversial Hermione choice.
The controversial one?
Mm-hmm. A lot of people were upset that she was selected for Hermione Granger because of her ethnicity.
Okay.
Because, well, in the movies, Hermione is portrayed as a white woman, and a lot of people had issues with the fact that
It was a little... I mean, I'm not opposed to it. It was a little shocking when I pulled up the article and I was like, wait, it says that she's Hermione?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. From all the reviews that I heard and all of the, things that I've read about the Cursed Child, I haven't seen it personally, just because it's expensive and it's also, if I'm going to go see it, I'm going to go see it in London. No offense to New York, but I'm going to go see it in London.
You're a purist.
Yes.
Okay.
I was super excited that she was playing Hermione, and all the reviews that I've heard, she's a fantastic Hermione. Yeah.
I haven't seen The Cursed Child. I know you've geeked out about it several times.
I've reread the screenplay over and over and over again. It is fantastic, and anyone who disagrees, it's fine. It's fine.
Real quick, we got some comments in here about Snape.
Love Snape. Everything about Snape is my favorite.
So, why should I like Snape?
He is probably the most complex character and has the most depth to his character.
Okay.
And, I mean, he's Snape.
Hey, y'all in the comments, let us know what you think about Snape. I know we got Ryan and Lauren that are big fans.
Yep.
Why do you like Snape? Let us know. And also, if you guys have questions, please feel free to hit us up.
We like answering your questions.
Pizza and Potter, a non-Star Wars podcast.
We like to talk about everything, so that's...
Yeah, Wizarding Worlds to galaxies far, far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Diagon Alley to Dathomir.
Yeah.
Hermione, Harley, and Hoth.
Perfect.
I could go all day.
I know you could.
Firefly and Felucia.
Yes. Anyway, I did know that the chapters were being read. I haven't gone and listened to them only because I want to binge it.
Okay.
I don't necessarily want to wait in between each one. I want to hear the entire thing.
Okay.
With each character. So I'm waiting till they have more chapters out. But I'm excited.
Real quick in the comments, Rural Farm Boy wants to know what a Snape is. Can you learn him something real quick?
Yes, Snape is the potions master, and future, I don't want to give too much away, but future headmaster of Hogwarts in the Harry Potter series. He was, my favorite. Again, he's my favorite, but he plays for kind of all sides. He's kind of a triple threat, triple agent type character that in the end, you just fall in love with him. So he kind of reminds me a little bit of Han Solo to the extreme. Because Han really doesn't sit in this place of oh, I'm a good guy or oh, I'm a bad guy. And in Harry Potter, Snape kind of has his own way of distancing himself, but also inserting himself in the right direction at some point or another. Okay. Really, everything he does throughout the series is either based off of Dumbledore's request or Lily Potter's request.
I like Snape. I think he's a pretty dope character. Yeah. See you, Cam. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you.
Thanks. Pete's Butterbeer.
Michael, sorry who didn't see you earlier. Thanks for joining us. Michael from 2Med2's here.
Hi.
Good friend Michael. So I thought that was pretty cool of the, the cast of this franchise to jump on there. And we've been seeing a lot of that during this quarantine too. Mm-hmm. A bunch of celebrities are jumping on and reading different things. Now I can't think of any.
Well, we watched what was it? 2 days ago we watched the reunion kind of like chat with the Clone Wars cast.
Yes. And I was thinking Daisy Ridley read that children's book as well, which was really, really cute. But yes, we did, jumping back from Wizarding World, heading back over to Coruscant real quick. We're going to talk about the Clone Wars Cast Reunion Challenge. If y'all caught that on D23 on Friday or watched the replay of it, let us know what you thought of it in the comments here. So we had the cast. We had Tom Kane dialed in for it. He wasn't actually on the call proper, but he had recorded a little something special for him, and they played that at the beginning. And then we had the majority of the main cast in there, which was really, really cool to get to see all of them again. And they just seemed like so grateful to have had the opportunity to come back and to finish out the story, which was a lot of fun to see and to hear them talk about that. And then they played a little game. But what did you think of the cast reunion challenge?
I thought it was too short.
It was not as long as I thought it would be initially. Yeah. That's not a critique, to be clear. But right. It flew by. Like, I felt like we jumped on and then it just like that, it was over.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed kind of getting to see the voices matching the characters that I fell in love with.
Right.
Just because I don't usually go a whole lot, bing, and I'm going to do that every time now. Sorry. I really enjoyed the fact that I could see what these actors looked like. I thought it was a really fun experience. It was super cool, but yeah, I felt like it was still too short.
I mean, it's got to be hard to get all of them together at the same time too, though.
I won't say anything. We're in quarantine and they were all on their screens. I think it would have been okay.
You don't think... Okay, Clone Wars just ended.
Yeah.
Do you not think that they have other calls and interviews?
Highly possible, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, they have all of this scheduled out. So, yes, I think it definitely could be the fact that they had other things they needed to do. I just think, like, it was a big hype for a less than 30-minute ordeal.
It was still fun, though.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Why do you hate Star Wars?
Bye!
Now we're pizza. And which one am I? Am I pizza or Parsecs?
I don't know. I always claim the pizza.
Okay. Welcome to Parsecs and Parsecs.
I'm back. I don't hate Star Wars. I just... That's just how I feel. I'm allowed to voice my opinions.
You are. And I appreciate...
Bing. I'm having too much fun with this.
You are. Scare Scuttlebutt. Lauren retracted a comment, apparently.
What?
Lauren retracted a comment.
I don't know what that means.
Like, you know how on Facebook you can, like, delete a comment and then it'll say... Oh,
you're talking about the one up there?
Yeah.
It was originally her Bears Beats Butterbeer, but she redid it.
Oh, now you just let them know.
Yeah.
Called her out.
Yeah.
Raider Rebellion.
Sorry.
Thanks for joining us, Alberto. Thank you.
Hello. I have to agree with some of these people. Sorry. Okay, yes, I didn't think of Snape having a comparison to Kylo Ren. I agree. I think, yeah, he definitely has kind of like a older Kylo Ren type feel. And then someone said Snoke. It was to me too. Said Snoke is greater than Snape. Whatever. It's fine. I grew up, so I loved Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. Like, I grew up loving Star Wars. I've watched the Star Wars franchise, but I grew up absolutely obsessed with Harry Potter. So when the decision back and forth was, oh, do I want to watch Harry Potter or do I want to watch Star Wars? Oh, do I want to read Harry Potter? Oh, do I want to read Star Wars? Star Wars always won. So I'm not going to say I like one over the other, but not Star Wars. Star Wars didn't always win. Harry Potter always won. And it's still to this day always wins for me. Because I love Harry Potter.
And that's totally fine.
I love Harry Potter.
Harry Potter is really cool. I like Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And that's why this is not completely one way or the other. Because I love that we go from Diagon Alley to Dathomir.
Oh yeah, I'm just making a comment that
Dantooine.
I will pick Harry Potter characters over Star Wars characters. Unless Boba Fett decides to drop in Hogwarts, then that'll be my all-time favorite thing. Baby Yoda in Hogwarts. My life would be set.
It's Yiddle.
Yiddle!
Hey, David. Thanks for joining us from Followers of the Force podcast. Thank you.
Hello!
So one of the going back to Star Wars real quick again, there was one moment in there that I really thought was funny, and it was during the whole question game. I'm trying to think of what it's called. Trivia. Clone Wars trivia. And they were asking, who could have successfully asked Obi-Wan to leave the Jedi Order? James Arnold Taylor and Sam Witwer raised their hands. And James Arnold Taylor says that it was Duchess Satine. And then Sam jumps in and he's like, my bad. Because Darth Maul killed her.
Right.
I thought that was that was cute. I like that. That was Sam. Good guy. Great guy. So yeah, I thought that was funny. Let us know in the comments, y'all, if you have any questions. We would love to hear from you. We would like to get those answered.
I love answering your questions because it's so much fun.
The first time we didn't get to any of the topics we were going to get to, Liv just basically engaged with the chat the entire time.
I like it.
We had a blast doing that though too.
I love you guys, and I just want to engage with you guys all the time. Dave was like, do you have anything you want to talk about on the live stream? I was like, I didn't really find anything. I just want to talk to the people.
I just want friends.
I want to talk to my friends. And fix my hair 6,000 times. I'm going to get a haircut. I'm going to do it. Trivia. We should play trivia at some point. I love that idea. That would be so fun.
We should play trivia.
I love trivia. I used to do trivia night in college.
Well, we do trivia at the end of each of our Harry Potter shows.
This is true.
And the majority of my answers are correct. And
no, they're not.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Okay.
And then you present your theories.
Okay. If you want to know what he's talking about, go listen to our Harry Potter podcast episodes. They're really fun. I basically say, but in the book, 600 times. Because, in the book, Lauren mentioned that she has all the Harry Potter books but hasn't read any of them yet. Keyword there, yet. Let me know when you do. We can totally, nerd out about it because I have reread those books 7 times. I'm on The Goblet of Fire for the 7th or 8th time just because we'll probably be doing an Order of the Phoenix recording soon and I want to be caught up on Order of the Phoenix because it's a good book. Horrible movie. It's a great book.
I like our Harry Potter episodes. Those are fun.
Too.
Because I get to do two creative. I get to be the goofball in those. Usually you're the goofball on the podcast, and I finally found a niche, and it has nothing to do with Star Wars. I found a niche to be goofy in, and it's not Star Wars, which kind of makes me sad, but it's fun because I do my Ant-Man retelling of the movie. And then I get to give you ridiculous answers for what does this spell do? It's it cooks a pizza or something like that.
I do your sarcastic synopsis.
It is fun.
Yeah. Baby Yoda would definitely be in Gryffindor.
You think so?
100%. I'm agreeing with Ryan. 100% Gryffindor. All the way. That's it.
Testify.
Yeah.
Can I get a witness?
Yep. For those of you who want to know, I'm a Ravenclaw. Very proud of that.
I'm not sure what I am.
The last test you took was a Hufflepuff.
It was a BuzzFeed article.
Well,
not legit.
You gotta take it on Pottermore. We'll do that right after this.
Stay tuned, folks, for the thrilling conclusion of what house does Dave end up in.
I have my guesses, but I don't know. I'm not usually really good at guessing people's houses. Sorry, I got
distracted again.
Don't leave, Liv. Yeah.
That was like 20 minutes ago.
I know. I try not to look at it because last time I got distracted by it, and I'm still distracted by it.
So we do have a question here if we want to answer that real quick. Scarif Scuttlebutt Podcast asks, what new cartoon would you guys like to see happen?
I personally, and I'm going to stick with the Harry Potter theme, I would like to see all of the, the children's books, the Tales of Beedle and Bards, all of those children's stories as cartoons. I think that would be super cool. Because there's so many that they, mention in the books, and then we only really see, one, we see one, but that's it.
Star Wars is top of mind for me right now, so I'm going to go the Star Wars route real quick.
It's fine.
And I think I think we talked about this on the Scarif live stream on Friday.
Okay.
I think it was on Friday, or it was either Thursday or Friday. Might have been Thursday. It was Thursday, I think.
I was missing.
And talking about Night of 1,000 Tears.
Right.
And I think it'd be cool to maybe see, because they said that there's that rumor that Lucasfilm wasn't done with their animation for a Clone Wars type deal, and I would love to see a one shot of Night of 1,000 Tears. Right. I think that'd be interesting, or maybe that might be better as a comic. Also, be cool to see Dark Disciple. I think that'd be dope. And something else animated. I'm trying to think.
I'm less a animated fan and more I like certain animated movies and cartoons and TV shows, but I really do like the live action. I get really excited when certain movies are being redone in live action just because I don't know, I connect with those more. I love cartoons, but I really connect with live action stuff. So.
Would you take a Solo 2?
Absolutely.
If they turn Solo 2 into a series?
That's fine. I will watch it. I will love it, and no one can tell me different. I think
that, I'll take any sort of Solo 2. I love Solo. I think it's a great flick.
Yep.
It's probably one of my favorite or not my favorite, but it's the most fun. It's a really fun movie to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. We have more questions that are Harry Potter related.
We do.
I'm so excited.
But real quick, let me just get through the last little bit of news that I got here. It's about Disney, y'all. Disney. So, on a quarterly earnings call, Disney came out and said that they lost $1.4 billion due to coronavirus last quarter, which, so much money. Oh my goodness. But somehow, in spite of that, their revenue is still high, 20% higher than it was last year. But that's padded because of the Fox acquisition. But the exciting piece of this news is, of course, Disney closed its parks down on, March 15th. I know. Our honeymoon's supposed to be at Galaxy's Edge and
Universal.
And Universal. So,
can you guess where we're going?
So,
what are we doing? Oh, I don't know. Star Wars and Harry Potter. Are we surprised? No.
Shanghai Disney is opening back up on May 11th, which is tomorrow.
Whoa.
So that's super, super exciting. But there's going to be a lot of precautions that are in place. Like, everybody's got to wear masks. They're doing, like, temperature screenings as you come in. They're only letting in, like, a quarter of the amount of people that they would normally let in. And the live action, like, obviously Disney has a lot of characters in character, dressed up and whatnot, but they're not going to be having the ones that aren't wearing, like, the big, like, goofy head.
Right, so they won't have the princesses or princes.
Right, because everybody's got to wear a mask. Mm-hmm. So...
yeah, so they'll have, like, the more animated ones, like Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting, though. You know those lines aren't going to be that long.
Yeah, because they're only letting in, like, a quarter of it for the first few weeks or so, and then they're going to revisit it. So
sounds like an awesome compromise to me.
And they're doing temperature screenings too. So I mean, that's a decent way to approach it, I guess, if you're going to. And China's been improving on this whole coronavirus thing too. So
yeah, just have to hope for no second spike.
Yes,
which is gonna happen.
But coming over to the U.S., we got some exciting news there. Disney Springs in Orlando. Disney Springs, in case y'all don't know, in Orlando, you have, like, the Disney theme parks, and then Disney Springs is, like, a shopping center, and it's got a whole bunch of restaurants.
It used to be called Downtown Disney.
Downtown Disney, yeah.
Yeah.
So...
I'm Disney obsessed, so I've been multiple times. I've been to both parks. I went to California once and Florida multiple times.
I've only been to the Florida one.
The Florida one's my favorite. I prefer the Florida one. Sorry, people in California. Oh, I'm so excited.
So that's Disney Springs Orlando is opening back up May 20th.
Hallelujah.
So that's super exciting. But obviously, they're definitely going to be requiring masks, and I imagine that they're going to take a lot of the same precautions as China is right now.
Well, yeah, probably.
Or tomorrow, not now.
I'm excited to hear this. This makes me happy, because then maybe Dragon Con will actually be okay.
Yes. We got our hopes set out on Dragon Con for that still happening.
Yeah.
Let's take some questions, Liv.
Please.
Go ahead.
Okay. Where did it go? Because there was one that I really want.
Which Harry Potter character in that one?
There we go. Which Harry Potter character would you like to see in Star Wars, and which movie or series?
That was from Radio Rebellion.
Yes. It depends on which movie and which series. That would change my... Do it. Bing! That would change my answer. So I would say Snape for the pre-trilogy. I think he'd be able to make a lot of things a little bit more like smooth in the transition. I think he'd successfully kill Anakin. He'd be like Avada Kedavra.
Okay.
So I would say Snape for the pre-trilogy. I would say Dumbledore for the original trilogy, because I just think that would be super dope.
Like him and Obi-Wan just hanging out.
Yeah.
Having prune juice together in a cantina.
Yeah.
Or beet juice.
Yeah.
Beets.
For the newest trilogy, I think I would want to see Hermione, because I think that would be a really cool addition. Her and Ray could hang out.
Hermione and Ray would kind of be tight together. I feel like they'd be besties.
I think so. I think Dolores Umbridge belongs in Rogue One. Because she die. I hate Dolores Umbridge. Yeah. That's my answer. For the most part. There's some others, but I think it would all depend, you know. As long as Dolores Umbridge dies, it's okay. I love to hate her. What other questions? Unless you had answers. Did that shock you too much?
That just hurt my heart.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't like Dolores more than the next guy, but...
You know.
Name a couple Star Wars characters and what house would they be in Harry Potter?
Okay. Do you want to name some Star Wars characters and I'll place them in a house?
Okay. Eat glass. See you, Scarif. Thanks for joining us, man. Deploy the garrison and may the force be with you. Let's see. If I had to pick Chewbacca.
Chewbacca, Hufflepuff.
Explain.
Because he's, like, so sweet and he gives me Hufflepuff vibes. Hufflepuffs are like that neutral, happy middle ground. They don't really get in trouble.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I feel like I just feel like he wouldn't be in any other ones.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Gryffindor.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Ravenclaw.
Okay, why the distinction between those two?
Because I feel like Qui-Gon Jinn moves off of courage more than Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he moves off of logic more.
Okay. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. I have not watched Game of Thrones except for the last 2 episodes, Lauren. I just watched the last 2 episodes when we started dating.
I've watched all the Game of Thrones. It was going to be King's Landing to Camino, but can't have that now.
No. Any other Star Wars characters?
Yes.
Okay.
Crossfire. What about Mon Mothma? Bail Organa.
Bail Organa would be Ravenclaw.
Anakin.
Slytherin.
Darth Vader.
Slytherin.
Ventress.
Slytherin.
Okay. See you,
Boba
Alberto.
Fett.
Thanks for joining us.
Who?
Radio Rebellion.
Oh, bye. Boba Fett. Slytherin.
Boba Fett Slytherin.
Mando. Slytherin. Not all Slytherin are bad. I just feel like he's cunning and conniving and sneaky enough to be a Slytherin.
Hermione is cunning and conniving and sneaky.
Yeah, but she's all book smart, so she's a Ravenclaw at heart.
Palpatine's super book smart.
Palpatine would be the type of person who could potentially be a Ravenclaw, but would probably be Slytherin. Palpatine would be Voldemort.
Okay. You're the expert here.
He's the heir of Slytherin. Palpatine. Heir of Slytherin.
I like these answers. That's funny.
I like this game. It's fun. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any Star Wars characters that you would want placed in a Hogwarts house? We'll do it.
We'll dance.
It's fun. I enjoyed that. What house would Michael be?
Oh. Slytherin.
Oh.
He wouldn't be in Hogwarts.
No, you would probably be... I feel like I don't know as much, and I haven't done as much research on the U.S. houses in the U.S. school, but I feel like, Michael, I feel like you would be in a, in one of the U.S. houses But if I had to put you in a Hogwarts house, I would say he'd probably be a Hufflepuff.
You think so?
Yeah, he's really kind.
Rez asks, what house is Michael from 2 Med 2?
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh.
Michael asked earlier, what house would I be in?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got you.
Which one has the back tank in it?
I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, Lauren, you're a Hufflepuff. I love Hufflepuffs. It's funny. A lot of my friends that are diehard Harry Potter fans as well are all Hufflepuffs. I'm like the only Ravenclaw. I have one Gryffindor friend, but I seem to gravitate towards the Hufflepuffs the most.
Is that what makes you think I'm a Hufflepuff?
No, so originally I thought you'd be like a Gryffindor. But
thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know houses.
Brave and true.
Raven true? What?
Brave and true.
I was like, Raven true. What's a Raven true?
No.
Is that a hypocrite?
No. K2SO.
Oh,
Would
K2
you Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff?
K2SO.
Y'all are good peeps. Hufflepuffs are good peeps. I would have to agree, probably either a Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff.
You think so?
Yeah. One or the other.
Okay.
I don't know enough about their, the background of it to really make a final assessment. But I would narrow it down to those two.
I thought you were the expert on this.
I'm not the expert on K2SO.
Oh.
Oops.
But he's from your favorite movie.
I'm not a big fan of Rogue One.
And now we're fighting.
I'm not a big fan of Rogue One. I'm
That's
sorry.
It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
It's okay. And if you say you like Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood Prince, I will love you through it anyways.
I think that's what makes us special. L3. Good question. Gryffindor.
I agree. I was going to say Gryffindor.
Just servant's heart, courageous.
Yeah.
You know.
But not like Harry Gryffindor. More like a Ron Gryffindor. Because I see those three as three different classifications of Gryffindors. Because they each have a little bit of them that could potentially represent the other houses.
Yeah.
And I think L3 would be more of the Ron. Not like... He's not Ron Weasley paralleling from universe to universe, but more of that Hufflepuff undertones to a Gryffindor.
Okay.
That's what I think.
You know, speaking of Ron, he just had a kid.
Yeah, he did.
IRL.
Yeah, I know. He's also in a new TV show.
What TV show?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he had a real life kid. Wonder what house they'd get sorted in. They're too young to tell. Let's wait till they're 11.
Maybe Voldemort will give him a visit.
No!
No?
No.
No. No.
R2 would definitely be a Ravenclaw.
Chopper.
I just went ahead and took R2 from you. You can have Chopper.
I love Chopper. Chopper's probably one of my favorite droids in general.
Yep.
I'm gonna put him in Slytherin.
Okay.
I like him that much.
Yeah.
Great question, Peter. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Peter.
Um,
How about the newest addition to... I'm moving on topic, sorry.
By all means.
I'm excited because in 2021 we're supposed to get the final conclusion to Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Yay.
I'm so excited. That is all. You haven't seen them.
I've watched... I've been in the same room while they've been on.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way.
We haven't deep dived into those. I think we'll do the... Ooh. Ryan just asked a really good question. Can any Harry Potter character... I'm so confused.
Which Harry Potter character do you think would be a Jedi?
All of them.
For real, though?
No.
Like, you think Ron Weasel's gonna be a Jedi?
No!
Ron Weasel's is...
I think Hermione would be a Jedi.
What color would her lightsaber be?
Her lightsaber would be blue.
Green.
No. Maybe. I think it'd be blue.
Green.
And I think she would have one lightsaber.
Just a single blade?
Single blade lightsaber. Harry would be a Jedi. He would have the purple lightsaber, and he would hold dual-ended.
Okay. Why that?
Because throughout all of the series of Harry Potter, he is toying and towing that line of being good or bad. And rumors have, and the knowledge I have on purple lightsaber is that combination of light and dark. Because you got the blue and the red.
The double-bladed lightsaber requires too much finesse for Harry Potter. The dude knows like 2 spells.
He's also an Auror.
And or what?
An Auror.
And or what?
And you know what? Whatever. Ron would not be a Jedi. Ron would probably get through the Jedi Academy and then be too scared to finish. Snape would be... He would have white lightsabers. That's all I'm going to say about that. Snape would have white lightsabers. And it would be curved.
The blade or the hilt?
Both.
Both. It's like a sickle.
Yeah. And then, of course, Dumbledore would definitely be a Jedi. Voldemort would be a Sith. Yes, that's my bad. There's supposed to be 2 more Fantastic Beasts movies. That was information, because originally it was supposed to be a trilogy. And then they added on the possibility of a 4th one, but then I think there's 5 altogether. Don't quote me.
Hagrid.
Hagrid would definitely be a Jedi. I love Hagrid. He never got a chance.
Hagrid would be the one with the double-bladed lightsaber.
Yeah, he would hold it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, and Roll Farm Boy, yeah. I think there's supposed to be 5. I might have misspoken. I think there's supposed to be 5, if not definitely 4, but originally it was only supposed to be a trilogy. But they did a lot better than they thought. So one of the things that they were worried about when they did Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them was people were going to associate it too much to Harry Potter because it's so separate. Harry is not in this. The only connection that we really have is Dumbledore and McGonagall, Grindelwald, and I heard a rumor that Tom Riddle might be somewhere in this particular world.
The Tom Riddle?
Yeah, throughout, because the beginnings of Tom Riddle. So, when he was first born. Because he's, Dumbledore's young and he's so much older when he's a professor when Tom Riddle's there. But I heard rumor that there was some connection there. There's a connection to the Lestranges. So, you never know. We've got Lestrange's family line in there. Bellatrix's family is in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Bellatrix to Bespin.
So they were worried. So they only had one movie planned, and they're like, all right, if this does well, we'll do a second movie. And then from there, they're like, okay, well then they saw the box office go really, really well, so they did 3 movies, and then bing.
Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna get that one past you.
No, I see it. I see everything. And then because there's that fun and that fan kind of support behind it, because it's not a Harry Potter movie, they continue to build more and more into it. I forgot. I'm just excited for the 3rd one because they left us on such a great ending for Crimes of Grindelwald. I love those. I thought they were so good. Some people hate the Fantastic Beasts movies, and I loved them. I thought they were... it was just enough Harry Potter magic in it to carry on it, like J.K. Rowling's legacy, without having Harry Potter in it. And we got the U.S. Magical Wizarding School. So, and we get to learn a little bit about that. Anyway.
Welcome back, David, from Followers of the Force. Thank you for joining us again.
Hi.
You're just in time for more Harry Potter talk.
Yeah.
But are you okay?
Yes, let me tell you, when I found out that we got to see Nagini, oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die for Crimes of Grindelwald. Lauren mentioned, like how we saw Voldemort's snake in the last movie. If you haven't seen Crimes of Grindelwald, like, I'm sorry I'm spoiling it, but we find out that Nagini is actually a human being with this kind of magic curse on her where she turns into a snake, not like an animagus, because at first I was like, oh, Nagini's an animagus, like that makes so much more sense. But she gets cursed every time that she turns. It takes longer and longer for her to become a human again, and that's how she gets stuck as Nagini. But I'm telling you what, the second that trailer came out and she pops out of us as a snake into a woman, and then you hear the voice Nagini, I threw my phone. I was so thrilled. Oh, I loved it so much. I got so excited. Chills everywhere because I was like, we get a story with Nagini. And so I'm hoping the rumors are true that Tom Riddle is put into this somehow so we can see how Tom, aka Voldemort, obtains Nagini. I'd love to see that connection because I think there's something there. It's also nice that we get to see the explanation of Grindelwald and Dumbledore. Yeah. Because after all the books came out, J.K. Rowling was like, oh yeah, Dumbledore's gay. And we're like, but now we get to kind of see what that relationship looked like. Good. She knew what she was doing. Sorry, I geek out when it comes to Harry Potter, especially when it comes to Nagini.
Sorry, guys. Yeah. I love that about you.
Thanks.
I just thought it's a fun thing to witness.
Oh yeah, I could geek out on all things Harry Potter. Especially how the 5th and 6th movie are nothing like the books.
That's fun. So we got some other questions here. What house would the child be sorted into? Baby Yiddle.
Baby Yiddle, I definitely think he would be sorted into Gryffindor.
I think he would be in such favor that he wouldn't even necessarily be in a house. Like, Dumbledore himself would have a perch for him in his office.
Next to Fox?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like if that was the case, Baby Yoda would freak out because Fox is a phoenix and he, like, is reborn every so many years.
We already know that the child is good with fire.
True.
So maybe they will get along really well.
Maybe. I still think Gryffindor. I think if he was to be sorted into a house, he'd be Gryffindor. And I think his favorite class would be... I'm adding this question. I think he would like... I think he like Defense Against the Dark Arts. Or Care of Magical Creatures.
Care of Magical Creatures.
I think he'd like Care of Magical Creatures.
I feel like he'd be good for that, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. He'd hang out with Buckbeak. I think he'd get along with Buckbeak more than Fox.
The Hypocrite?
Yeah. I love Buckbeak.
I still think that Baby Yiddle would be hanging out with Dumbledore proper.
Okay.
Up in his office. Dumbledore, don't even tell me otherwise.
That's fine.
That is my wish.
Peter asked a second question. What planet in the galaxy far, far away would you prefer to live on? Tatooine. No, I said Naboo. I meant Naboo.
Nope, you have to stick with it.
Nope, Naboo. We've talked about this question before, and I would want to live on Naboo.
Naboo is like a really nice blend. Like
Everything.
It's got the rolling plains, like the outdoors part, which is nice. It's quiet.
I like the quiet.
Yeah. And obviously we got cities there, so there's some civilization. And it's just really pretty.
Yeah.
And then that means you can go hang out with Jar Jar.
I like Jar Jar now.
You do like Jar Jar now.
Thank you, Clone Wars, for changing my mind on Jar Jar Binks.
I like Jar Jar too.
Yeah.
But both of us have the exact same answer. We'd love to be on Naboo for sure.
Yeah, Naboo.
But if neither of us can be on Naboo, like say there's a world where we have to be on separate planets for a time period, and if we both pick the same one, then that's off the table.
Okay.
What is your secondary planet?
Coruscant.
Ooh, yeah, we're not going to pick the same one there.
I didn't think so.
Not at all.
Cities.
Nope.
I lived in a city for several years. I don't mind cities.
No.
Doesn't stress me out as much as it stresses you out.
Nope. Nope. Kashyyyk.
Okay.
I'd go hang out on Kashyyyk.
No! Too many woods, too many bugs.
I feel like Kashyyyk would be fine. Felucia, I feel like, would have a lot of malaria. They'd have like these huge evolved mosquito type things.
Oh no! I'll stick with Coruscant.
That's fine. It's fine.
Ryan.
So, favorite pizza?
Oh. Pineapple pizza.
Chicken on pizza. Grilled chicken on pizza. Thank you, OADIYA. Odia, man. I'm butchering that. My bad. And do you think we'll see the Dumbledore and Grindelwald duel in the films?
I hope so. I hope we see the most epic Dumbledore and Grindelwald duel, because it's one of those things where they didn't want to fight each other and they promised not to fight each other, but we know what happens. You know, it's one of those situations where like Dumbledore's still around and Grindelwald isn't in the Harry Potter series. So how does that come about? So I think we're going to get an epic duel. I just hope it's not one of those Voldemort-Harry duels from Goblet of Fire where it's like the connection the whole time. More like part 2. You know, I'd rather see the part 2.
Do you have another question?
Followers of the Force podcast said, I can't believe it's been 9 years since the Deathly Hallows Part 2 came out. I know. My heart is still sad. Bing! My heart's still sad because I remember going to see the midnight releases. I remember going and reading the books, and then going into the theater. I would like decorate my own shirt. I go with a bunch of my friends. I went to the 3D release of part 2 and had the Harry Potter 3D glasses just because I wanted them. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 9 years. So hopefully we do like a 10-year reunion type thing. I think that would be kind of cool. Or like, you know, what they did on D23. Just get the cast together. I know they're doing that with Pretty Little Liars. That cast from ABC Family, Freeform.
Is that any good?
No, it's awful. I watched the entire thing.
No,
It was
are you
awful.
serious?
I mean, I watched the whole series, but it was so bad. It was just, there's so many plot holes in it. But I watched it for the sake of, you know, I had to finish. It's like Lost.
Okay.
I started it and I had to finish it.
Okay.
No matter what. Lauren asked, what creature from Star Wars could you see in Harry Potter? She thinks a loth cat.
The polar, the whale things, the polar, Lothcat for sure. Lothcat for sure.
Absolutely.
Like, I feel like Lothcat and, what's her face? The Animagus. Or Transfiguration lady.
Oh, McGonagall?
Yeah.
Yeah. They would get along. Because she's a tabby cat.
Yeah. Like, her tabby cat self.
I don't know. I feel like McGonagall would be like, to the loth cat. She'd just like knock it off and be like, go away. But as a tabby cat baby.
I don't think so. Lothcats have the upper hand over a tabby cat. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Just saying.
I like to see Wookiees because I would like to see Hagrid teach a class on Wookiees. I just think that would be fun.
I have got to see what the name of the whales are. I can't remember.
Okay.
It's really bothering me.
I can go through and read some more questions.
I can't believe I forgot what they were. The Purgle. Or the Purgle. That was it.
Okay, so To Me Too, I started it. Michael took the test, and he is a Wampus from the U.S. school. And Peter is a Pookwidgie. I'm also in that same house, because that's the healing house. And they don't correlate any direction towards Hogwarts.
What language are you speaking?
It's the U.S. Wizarding school. These are some of the houses we're talking about.
I know the Hawaiian one.
Oh no, it's not that. No. But yeah, Peter. I'm pretty sure I'm the same one because I was like, oh, that's a weird name. I'd have to go check on my phone on my Pottermore, but I'm pretty sure I'm the same one as you. That's super cool, Michael. And then Ryan asked, do I think Credence is actually Dumbledore's brother? No, I do not think he's Dumbledore's brother, because if we look at Dumbledore's family lineage, he has one brother and one sister that we are 100% confirmed on. Now, J.K. Rowling could easily throw a curveball in there and say, so Credence, you're a Dumbledore, but I think Grindelwald is genuinely trying to really mess up with Credence's mind and say, you're Dumbledore's brother and he doesn't love you and blah blah blah, just to get him more angry. But we know of one brother and one sister technically, so I don't think so. I think it's all a big ruse that Grindelwald is using. I actually think Credence is related to Grindelwald somehow. That's my theory. But I probably am wrong. I was wrong about Snoke, so. Very wrong about Snoke. There's more.
The floor is yours.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Purgle. Sorry, we're catching up on the comments here.
Oh, okay. The Wampus is a magical panther. My bad.
So what are the U.S. houses called?
I'll just pull them up. How about that?
The Wampus?
No, I think they were doing... Because they're weird names, and I can never remember the names off the top of my head, so I probably just look like a doofus. U.S. Wizard...
That just sounds weird. Because, like, Gryffindor doesn't. Or Slytherin doesn't. I don't know.
Yes, Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry is the North American school. Let's see. Ilvermorny. And there are... Okay, yes. Aha, I was right. Okay. Thunderbird, Wampus, Horned Serpent, and Pookwidgee.
Pookwidgee?
Yeah, they're also animals. But those are the houses. So that's very cool.
Do we see any of them play in the... Which one it was... In the Goblet of Fire, did we see any of those?
No, we saw... we got to watch the Irish versus the Bulgarians in the...
Russians.
Quidditch World Cup.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Gotcha.
Bulgarians. But yeah, that's the U.S. one.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yes and yes.
What's the question?
Would I like to see a Harry Potter live-action series or an animated series? Both. Both.
There's like a 20-second delay between the two.
I know, I like being crazy.
If it would make you happy, I would also love to see a Harry Potter live-action TV series.
Wouldn't that be so cool? I think they should do an animated series on the Cursed Child. Personally.
They already did. It's called Tiger King.
I'm offended by that. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you tell me Joe Exotic is not cursed.
Oh, he is. He's very much cursed. But he's not the cursed child. His husbands are called cursed children.
Cursed children,
Cursed children.
specifically.
Specifically. His
Verse.
husbands. But yeah. I am very excited about the newest Fantastic Beasts. Going back on that train.
I'm excited to dive back in because we've been pretty Star Wars heavy recently, and I'm excited to, which you've been awesome about. I know we've done a lot of Star Wars related things, and we like to try to like balance between, Hogwarts and Hoth over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I like learning new stuff, and I'm looking forward to our journey continuing down this path, and also watching Rebels with you as well.
Yeah.
So, introducing you to that, I'm really fired up for Rebels. Rebels is such a great show. You're gonna love Chopper.
I will be going on that journey of Rebels after I finish
Criminal Minds. First
I
it was
needed a
Buffy.
Star Wars break.
First it was Buffy that you were gonna finish, and now it's Criminal Minds.
Well, Buffy, there's a lot more, and I am farther along in Criminal Minds than I am Buffy. I'm also not really happy with Buffy right now.
What's wrong?
I went to college. I'm kind of bored.
Okay.
It's just how I feel. That's all.
That's fine.
I'm sure it'll get better.
Oh, it does.
She's kind of like emo Buffy right now, and I'm not a big fan of emo Buffy.
I get that.
It's like I'm not the biggest fan of emo Flash or emo Spider-Man.
I did that. Ryan asks us, would you like to see a series set in the first Wizarding War?
Yes. I think it would be really nice to have that information. just in general.
Can you explain to me what the first Wizarding War is?
I mean, it was the first one.
That's helpful. Thanks. I feel so much more knowledgeable now. Thank you for... I really appreciate the detail that you went into just now. It makes me... I feel more confident. So when somebody asks me, I can be like, it's the first Wizarding War.
And Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the war that kind of forced a lot of wizards into hiding. It was kind of that...
It's Order 66.
No. It was just like a big debate on whether or not, like... Because, like, if you look at the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the U.S. is underground. Their wizarding world is fully underground. It is illegal for them to do anything in front of muggles. And we also see a very similar thing with the European ones. And it's kind of all of that good stuff. Also, it also depends on what part you think of, because the first Wizarding War could also be considered the part that where Salazar Slytherin was kind of kicked out. And there was a fan-made trailer that I wish Warner Brothers would actually pick up and take, and it was the Heir of Slytherin. Like, it was supposed to be the story of the Heir of Slytherin, but it was Salazar Slytherin and how that all kind of came about in the fight that happened with Salazar Slytherin. So there's a lot of that, but I would love to see that. I would love to see the Salazar Slytherin series. I would love to see a series on how Hogwarts came to be. I would love to see a mini series on all 11 different Wizarding Worlds. There's so many different things in the Harry Potter universe that I think we're missing that need to happen. But I also don't think Warner Brothers I don't think they're going to try to compete with Star Wars. I think they're going to, and this is just my observation and my opinion, but I think they're seeing the hype of Star Wars right now, and they see where Star Wars is going, that inserting Harry Potter stuff right now would kind of be seen as a playing catch-up game. Okay. Where we have our own universe. Harry Potter has its own universe, so just inserting on its own timing to make sure that these are good, solid movies.
Okay.
I would appreciate that.
Makes sense.
Yes.
So.
That's funny. I like that question. No, go for it.
No.
It's your turn.
No, it's not.
What is your name? What is your quest? And what is your favorite color? Shout out to Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I love that movie.
It's great.
What is your name? What is your quest? What is your favorite color?
They love your accents, so.
We try.
Take a couple more questions, then we're gonna wrap it up.
Oh.
Just gotta cook dinner.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Gotta do adult stuff.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I mean, you're more than welcome to sit around and hang out.
No, it's fine.
I don't want to rain on your parade.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
Fine. Ryan asks us, are we excited about the Lord of the Rings TV series? The short answer is yes, I am.
I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan. I will watch it. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to see what they do with it, but not as excited as I would be if they were to come out with a Harry Potter series. I never really liked Lord of the Rings.
I like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
It was one of those that, so in college, like, we would occasionally cut class on certain days, like rainy days.
Yeah. And
just stay in movie marathon. And there were certain sets of movies that we would watch, and one of them was not Harry Potter. One of them was Star Wars, of course.
Of course.
And the other was Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, all three of those were the same length as, like, Star Wars.
Yeah.
The 6 movies that we had at the time.
Yeah. That's understandable. I watched them all through for the fact that I was homeschooled and I grew up in a Christian home, so those were some like big staple movies in my homeschool group. Mm-hmm. So I watched them. Narnia was another one. For me, the logic behind it just never made sense.
What logic? Like, what is there something in particular, like a certain piece, like that's preventing you from buying into it?
The big spider. Hated that. Despised that.
Oh, as opposed to the talking spiders that we get in Harry Potter?
I fast forward that part of the movie every single time. Now that you've watched it 2 times, we can always fast forward that. No one needs to see that.
Okay.
I didn't really understand like why it had to be so long and why they cried so much. Mm-hmm. They just cried a lot. I just never really got into it. But I will definitely watch a Lord of the Rings TV series. I think that would maybe help. I mean, Clone Wars helped me with the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Still didn't help me with Phantom Menace. Still didn't like that movie. Sorry. Anyway.
It is what it is.
It's fine. To me too, Michael said. Dave, go cook. Liv, stay.
I can go do that.
You don't have to. I'll come help you cook.
You don't have to. I am more.
Okay.
I like cooking solo. It's fine.
You like cooking solo?
Yeah.
That's what happened to Han Solo?
No. Han Solo.
You cooked him?
We saw what happened to Solo.
You cooked him afterwards.
No, technically Kylo cooked him.
Well, potato.
I am more than happy to go cook. It's totally fine.
No. Do you want to answer a couple more questions first?
Sure.
Okay.
What TV series that are popular but you haven't seen and would like to see?
Oh.
So what TV series have we not seen that we would like to?
I'm trying to think of what's on my Netflix list that I have yet to see all the way.
I have
That's a smart idea,
not
Michael.
seen House of Cards.
Oh.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things about 24. Never seen 24.
Love 24. Watch 24.
I've not watched all of Watchmen. I've watched some of Watchmen. So I'm like watch boy right now.
Okay. Most of the series that are popular that I want to that I really want to see, I've already seen. Or I'm working on. Like, I'm obviously going to start working on Rebels. I'm working on Buffy. I'm working on Criminal Minds. Bones is one.
Yes,
Bones is on my list. I've seen several episodes of House, but House is on my list. I really love, crime shows. Especially, psychological crime shows, because while I have to sneeze.
God bless you.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. While I have not finished college, I plan on going back to college for a degree in psychology, and I sneezed in my elbow. With a focus of youth counseling and therapy. So that intrigues me so much to find out different ways that criminals think, because I think, not that I'm saying kids think in the same way, but sometimes criminals have a regressive mindset, and I really like kind of putting those pieces together on how people think. Also, the BAU is such a cool thing, and I always wanted to work for the FBI when I was younger.
It's pretty dope.
I'm never going to work for the FBI. I do not want to carry a gun or a badge. But when I was little, I wanted to be a toxicologist or a part of the BAU.
You would love Lie to Me.
Yeah?
Lie to Me is so good. It's a great show. Subtle, Dave. Subtle.
Ryan, I have seen a couple of Doctors. A couple series of the Doctors. I haven't seen them all, but I've seen a few season, or a few of the Doctor series. I can't tell you which ones. I've watched David Tennant. I've watched the guy after David Tennant. I watched the...
Guy after the guy after the guy.
No. I can't remember. But I've seen a couple of them, so... Doctor Who is really good. I did enjoy watching certain seasons of Doctor Who.
I've only watched specific episodes of Doctor Who. That's another one that I've never watched all the way through. I mean, which is surprising to me because the episodes that I've seen, I've really loved. Like, the Don't Blink episode.
That's a fantastic
Oh my
episode.
gosh, that's so fantastic and well done. And I just haven't watched, like, anything else. Except for, like, one or two others.
He's probably my favorite Doctor. Yeah. And I think...
Farm Boy knows. Revolution. Revolution was tight. I loved Revolution. Sorry, go on.
No, I've never seen Revolution, sorry.
Really good.
I think you'd like that Doctor the most.
David Tennant's awesome.
The one after that, after David Tennant. Because Don't Blink is another Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'd like him. I've never seen Revolution. I've seen The 100, hated it. I've seen Lost, hated it.
I love Lost.
I hated that last season. Oh my goodness, that last season. Nope. Lost the last several seasons, actually. Like, I'm sorry, don't turn this into a biblical thing when it's not the whole time. I don't know, I didn't like it. But I had to finish it because I had seen the whole thing.
It's fair.
Yes. Oh, okay. Just looking.
You good?
Breaking Bad is on my list. Yes, Lauren. Breaking Bad. Matthew Smith. Yes, he is the Doctor after David Tennant.
Breaking Bad. I just finished watching Better Call Saul recently, actually. It was outstanding. Loved Better Call Saul.
Yeah. I haven't seen Breaking Bad, but I hear it's good.
And then they had that movie recently, too. El Camino. El Camino was very well done. It was very choice. Love it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely check out Revolution. RFB. Got you. I'll check it out. I'll put it in my list. I have a long list. I just redid my Netflix. I got a new Netflix account, so all of my stuff is not on there anymore. I watched Orange is the New Black. That was good, except for the last season. I'm mad. Why do they gotta... I loved Sherlock. That's all. Why do they gotta go mess up series finales?
For what show?
For all the shows.
We just had arguably one of the best
Clone Wars doesn't count.
What do you mean Clone Wars doesn't count?
Clone Wars was good.
So because Clone Wars doesn't fit into...
Yeah,
this...
no. In my opinion, I feel like a lot of TV series have very awful endings.
Because a lot of the times they're canceled before they can get the ending that they need.
And that's depressing.
Like Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles was a great show. But the ending kind of left me hanging out to dry a little bit. But that's because Fox canceled Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles.
And that's how I felt about How I Met Your Mother.
That one wasn't canceled, though.
No, but they still messed up the ending.
They did.
I mean, they didn't have to go off and do what they did. That episode made me so mad. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it. But if you haven't seen it, like, it's been out for a while.
A minute.
Should I just say it?
Is it something that you feel like you need to say?
Yeah, I need to say this. Why did he end up with Robin? At the end of the day, she dies, and he ends up with Robin. We did not need so many, seasons for him to just end up with the awful girl next door. I have not seen Rick and Morty. No, Ryan, I have not.
Um, Ryan asked, have we seen Rick and Morty? I've seen Rick and Morty.
I've not.
I was a late adopter for Rick and Morty, and now I'm stoked to be getting more.
Yeah.
Cheer.
Mr. Rez said, spoil it. I just did.
I
hated that.
Incoming.
I hated it. David hasn't finished The Office, so I'm not going to say anything about it, but I'm not the biggest fan of this final season of The Office, except for the last episode. But I love everything else about The Office. I was also not the biggest fan of the final season of Parks and Rec, in my opinion. Kind of fell flat for me. Lost was awful.
Welcome to the Live Show, y'all.
Where I talk about all the TV shows that I hated. I'm excited to watch the season finale of Criminal Minds, though. I hear that was really good. They did a very good job. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I'm hoping that's the case.
I can't say anything.
You haven't seen it?
Of course I've seen it.
Oh.
I'm not going to say anything so that I don't spoil anything for you.
Oh, okay. Lauren fully agrees about The Office. It's just... They wrapped it up too quickly. Like, they had the time. I don't think that was a show that got canceled. They had the time. They had the resources. They had the fan base. They could have done and taken their time a little bit more on The Office, in my opinion. Ryan asks, have we seen The Witcher?
I've seen The Witcher.
I have not.
I liked Henry Cavill in it. I thought he did very well with a adaptation of that character. They had a lot of the same trademark Witcher type scenes, which I appreciated that. My only complaint is that it tried a little too hard to be Game of Thrones in some ways. But I'm excited because I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting a season 2 of it. So my hope for the show is that it finds its own footing, kind of independent of Game of Thrones. And I understand you can only be so independent because it's in the same time period, has the same concepts and things like that, like magic and broadswords and things like that. But I still hope that it kind of finds its own footing within that same time period, if that makes sense.
It's on my list. It definitely isn't. It's in my list. That's all.
Toss a coin to your Witcher.
Yeah. I never played the game.
Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt. So good. It's Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt's up there with Skyrim for me in terms of RPGs. They look... First of all, it's like it's not the exact same game, but they're very similar concepts. Both of them are pretty unique in their story, I guess. And both of them had very good storylines to them, which I appreciated as somebody that likes to actually play the game for the story first and then explore the side quests after.
I am the opposite.
Admittedly, I did not do that on Breath of the Wild. I'm doing like every side piece thing that I can throughout the entire thing, which is why I still haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, don't look at the chat. Michael from To Me Too said something that you don't know yet. Don't look at the chat!
Okay. Just look down.
I mean, you can. It's fine. I disagree, Michael. I'm going to just say that. I do think that there was some saving grace with certain characters that came in. Being California. I liked that addition. Yeah, it'll be okay, though. He hasn't gotten to that point yet. He doesn't know that happens.
So I caught a glimpse of Ryan's question.
Oh, you can look. It's fine.
Oh. You told me not to. I just don't want you to hit me again. Favorite UK-based show.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Green Green Wing is... You don't like Green Wing?
No, I just know what my answer's gonna be, and you're gonna roll your eyes.
Oh. Green Wing was really funny. And it's not a UK-based show, but there was this show that was shot in Scotland, which I guess that's UK.
Yeah.
But Lip Service. Lip Service is one of my favorite shows of all time. Favorite live-action shows of all time. It's shot out of Glasgow, Scotland, and it was just a really, really, really well-done show.
I like the Great British Baking Show.
I like experiencing that show with you.
I love the Great British Baking Show so much. I love to bake. Baking is one of my favorite things to do. I mean, I baked a cake yesterday. It turned out okay, but I like to make cupcakes and cakes and macaroons and homemade biscuits and my next quest is puff pastries. I really want to start making puff pastries. So I watch Great British Baking Show because it's just so funny, and Dave likes watching me watch Great British Baking Show.
Because you have featuring budget Russell Brand.
I love it. At first I didn't like the two new hosts, but they're growing on me. I like budget Russell Brand. But I also have to agree really quick with Ryan. The UK Office is really funny. They had the first season on Netflix for a while, and I watched it, and I really liked it. It was really fun. Aw, it's okay. Listen, we don't have to go after Michael. It's fine.
I didn't see anything. Y'all could...
But it is a spoiler. A 10-year-old spoiler, but a spoiler nonetheless.
I mean, I'm still trying to prevent spoiling things for you for Rebels.
I mean...
And that's been out for
true.
A red hot minute.
That's true.
So, it's been out for a while.
Yeah. It's okay.
I didn't see anything. So
yeah, we're good. We're safe, I think. He's not too far away from that particular season that you're referring to. By the way,
to look at the computer, so I'm just gonna look at you.
That's fine. He's not too far off from that particular season. You just watched one of my favorite episodes.
Voodoo Mama Juju.
Voodoo Mama Juju. The one where they're curious on whether or not the Scranton branch is going to close because they're bankrupt. Dunder Mifflin is bankrupt. And so Michael's like, oh, we're going to play a game.
Am I allowed to look at the chat yet?
Yeah, I mean, it's high up there now, so you're good. Let's see. What?
I don't know.
Oh, I was just reading through. I love any kind of desserts, RFB. I will eat any dessert except for chocolate. I don't eat chocolate. Nope. Michael, his comments. I am just gonna make it leave the screen. Oh man, we should do an entire, once you finish the Office series, we should do an entire live stream or podcast dedicated to The Office. I will dress up as Dwight.
I will be dialing in.
You're not horrible. It's okay.
I didn't see anything, Michael. I didn't see anything.
That was funny, though. Look at that. It's all to me, too. Love it. Yeah.
I know some things that got spoiled for me at work.
Like what? What got spoiled for you?
Michael leaving.
Oh, well, that's what Michael said on the...
No way, is that what Michael said?
It's quite literally what he said on the chat. Well, we tried to protect you. It's okay. It's fine.
I just know that he leaves for some reason, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, you don't really like Michael.
I don't like Michael, but it's fine.
I love to not like Michael. I like Dwight. He's my favorite character. Dwight and Stanley.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim and Pam. But not final season Jim and Pam. I hate final season Jim and Pam. I see you. I'm gonna do it. There's no avoiding it. I'm gonna do the ding,
I know.
ding, ding. I like it. It's fun.
I'm glad I could make a fun toy for you.
Thank you. Baby Yoda. No Baby Yoda. Someone said something about NCIS being one of their favorites. Lauren said NCIS was one of her favorite shows before the original cast left.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never seen NCIS.
I haven't watched all of it.
Yeah,
I've watched episodes here and there.
Yeah. That was... I try to stay away from a lot of the cop shows because my dad was a cop. And for some reason I always associated that's the kind of stuff he did, even though it was a little dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
I did like Rookie Blue. I watched that. It was pretty bad. Like, it was a pretty awful show.
I don't know what that is.
It's a cop show. But it's okay. And then, but I like the FBI shows. Those are fun. But I didn't see NCIS. What you doing?
My watch is almost dead.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's not good. I'm out of something to drink.
It's all good.
No sweet tea.
I think that about wraps it up.
This is fun.
Yeah.
We're on for a while.
Yeah.
We have fun. I like hanging out with you guys.
Thank y'all so much for joining us for another live stream. We really appreciate it. These things have been a lot of fun, and thank you guys for helping retweet and promote it. Gonna try to do this on a weekly basis, so we're gonna hopefully be back on some point next week, and we're not sure which. So yeah, and if you want to, I forgot where I was going with that.
If you want to find us, on our socials or our fun, I was waiting for you to hit the transition button so I could bing.
There's no transition.
Oh, if you want to check us out, we're on bit.ly/pizza and Parsecs. We're on all major social media platforms. I don't do this part. We're on Apple. We're on Spotify. We're on Podchaser. We're on Stitcher. We're on Google Podcasts. We're on wherever you listen to your podcasts. All I have to say is thanks for coming and hanging out. We love hanging out with you guys, and it kind of makes this quarantine a little bit more socially fun because we get to talk with y'all, and y'all are fun.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Really appreciate you. Like Lev said, if you want to check out our show, you can find us on bit.ly/linkspnp. There you can find a link to our TeePublic site, our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at Pizza and Parsecs. And make sure you check out our latest episode on the Siege of Mandalore on any of your favorite podcast platforms. Appreciate you guys so much, and the force be with you.
Or mischief managed. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.